We're Ashley and Christian, and we spent an incredible year living on the Gulf Coast. From the vibrant flavors of New Orleans to the stunning beaches of Florida's Emerald Coast, we had so many unforgettable experiences, and we can't wait to share some of our favorite destinations in the southern USA. We're at the Gulfport Marina in Mississippi, and we're about to head out to Ship Island. It's very well known, but we still think it's one of Mississippi's hidden gems.
It takes a little less than an hour to get out to the island. We're excited. It is a little bit chilly this morning, I will say.
The big draw for Ship Island is the boats. You can sometimes see dolphins, and the water is a lot clearer out in the barrier island than it is here in the city of Gulfport and Biloxi. Something to keep in mind if you decide to come do this is they do not allow like big coolers and big umbrellas. So make sure you have your little foldable umbrella and chairs and then a little tiny cooler. This is a little tiny cooler.
Should be a fun day.
We are seated. They have two decks. They have a lower and upper deck. We're sitting on the upper deck just to get some better views, hopefully. This is $41 for an adult. It's a full day excursion. We're leaving here at 9 and then we'll leave the island at 2:30.
Great deal. Honestly, surprised we haven't done it. We've been down here for a little while, but
the season goes March to October and we're almost at the end of the season, so we're like, okay, we need to jump on this now, otherwise we will not get to do it.
little island. It's got a really nice boardwalk all the way through, so that's really cool. Showers. We're officially on the beach, setting up our little setup that we have. A nice umbrella, a couple chairs. There's some ones over there you can rent. It is $25 a setup. Meanwhile, I think this whole setup probably cost us 25 bucks. Beach looks nice, and there's a lot of seashells all over the beach. Definitely want to have some good footwear while you're here. Putting the umbrella in the ground is like anchoring it in there. Nice. I think. There we go. I was like, we might blow away.
doesn't look as clear from up here because the color of the sand isn't like bright white, but
yeah, no, it's actually pretty
it's
clear.
actually really clear out there. So that's really cool. Wow, I'm really surprised at the clarity of the water, actually.
That's what I thought when I went down there, too.
What?
Here's Ashley picking her seashells. She's been at it for about 20 minutes now. Which means by the time we head home, we'll have about roughly 50 seashells. We've been here for about an hour now, and it's really nice. I was laying on the beach, getting some tan, really calm. Not a lot of people here, which is really nice too. Ashley's back there, I don't know if you can see her. Back there picking shells somewhere. She seems to have a liking for finding seashells. I just dropped one on the ground.
I just went out shell hunting. There are so many shells here. There's like so many, like they're all over the beach. And so I just picked up a few that I thought were really cool. Look at the layers on this. Isn't that cool? Look at it. But I saw a bone out there, like a whole bone like this big.
Wow.
Then I found this. Is this like an exoskeleton? Or even a skull, maybe? And then I found like a little crab pincer. And there's this place in Florida called Shell Island. And they've kind of like run out of shells over the past couple of years because people take them. So if you want to do some shell hunting, this place, like, there are so many shells. Like, you could probably spend days out here just looking through shells, but don't take them. That way other people can enjoy them.
I told her she's got to narrow down her shells. She's not bringing back this bone thing though.
That was so cool! There was like 3 or 4 dolphins just swimming along the coast.
Like probably 50 feet out from us.
Yeah, if even.
They're still there.
We're about to venture out to the water.
Shells. Ow.
He's stepping on stuff. There's a lot of sticks and shells in this beach for sure. I just have to say it again. This is Mississippi. And I know this is not what anyone thinks of when they hear Mississippi, so it's really pretty. That's all it, like, it's really nice.
Oh man, it's getting cold. Getting up to the upper thigh.
3, 2, 1, go!
Getting into cold water for the first time is debatably one of the most like mental blocks ever.
Wow, cool. It's so clear out here. I should have brought my snorkel stuff. I didn't think it was gonna be this clear, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But it's even kind of unassuming from up there at the beach. You can't tell how clear it is until you walk in. We should have come out here a lot earlier in the season.
Venture out to Ship Island, have a nice time. It's some pretty good looking water.
This is one of Mississippi's 5 barrier islands, and this is the only one that they do like ship tours out to. This feels so different than going to Pensacola or Destin or another beach because we're literally on an island. Like, this is an island off the coast, and so it just feels a lot more remote. I mean, you can see down this coastline here, like there's nothing back there. It's just, I don't know, I love it. I was walking back in the water, not really paying attention, and there's a jellyfish out here. That's why it's important to have some clear water, because otherwise you could just step on these things and they could sting you.
Alright, she has survived another day. Here we go. We're gonna head back up to the front and see this cool fort. Fort, Massachusetts.
We're heading up to Fort, Massachusetts right now. Actually, it's closer to the ferry than the beach is. So the beach is all the way across the island. Fort, Massachusetts is like right off of where you step off of the ferry. They do have guided tours during the day that are free. It was kind of at an odd time, so we decided to stay at the beach.
Yeah, this is situated up here pretty high.
So this fort was completed in 1866, and the Mississippi troops captured it in 1861. So this is like a defense port. The federal troops took possession in September of 1861. So this island is an ideal location for federal forces to launch raids on the Gulf Coast cities in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Right there, this direction is Gulfport. So this is the Mississippi land, or the coast. Yeah, the Mississippi coast is right there.
Look what is still here. This is insane.
They would shoot these at ships. So they'd make the cannonball really, really hot and shoot it at the sailing ships, because during the 1800s it was the sailboats. And it would basically catch all the gunpowder on the ship on fire. And so it wasn't really like a cannonball explosion. It was just so hot that it would make the gunpowder explode. But that's massive. Imagine trying to shoot that off. The barrel alone of this weighs 50,000 pounds. It could fire a 15-inch diameter shell weighing 300 pounds.
It's crazy to imagine some troops running around between these walls, you know, possibly getting cannonballs to refill the ammunition and fire at these ships that are trying to take siege of the island.
At one point, there was 20,000 people that lived on this island. Like running with everything in my hands.
Almost got locked in.
Yeah, almost got locked in.
What a gorgeous day though to come out here. Arrived around 10 a.m. and then they had another load of people they went to go pick up and brought back around 12. Usually you can leave the island around 2 or around 5. I would recommend coming in the morning, just leaving around 2. A very great place to come in this area to just get out of the city and do something out of the normal. That wraps up our awesome day at Ship Island. Actually had some really great weather, some really good times.